Hi everybody, Dr. Liz here. I am going to be your instructor for this online Chem and Society course. First things first, look at me. This is why I teach this course, and this is why you're taking it, right? From the luxury of your home, in your pajamas, no makeup, not hair done, just relaxing and in your friendly home environment. So no making fun of me. I did this on purpose. This is what I look like at home when I'm not teaching. So there's that. This video, I'm going to walk you through the course just like I would do if we were face-to-face on the very first day. I'm going to go through the course online. I'm going to go through the syllabus. So it's really important that you not just play this video in the background while you're doing something else. I recommend you print out the syllabus. I'll show you where that's at in a second. Take notes. There's going to be a quiz about this later, and the information I'm sharing is really, really important, and you are responsible for it. Okay, so if you get bored, take a break, come back, but you need to pay attention to all of this. Okay, so you've signed up for an online class. You may or may not have taken an online class before, and I'm going to assume you haven't. Okay, that makes it easier for everybody, and I'm going to talk to you and show you things as if you're not very familiar with the system. So first things first, obviously you've logged into Eagle because you're watching this video. It's in our class. And on the screen here, this is our class. Now, before I even get into this, one thing, really important. I want you to pause the video once I'm done talking and download an app to your smart device, your smartphone, your iPad, whatever it is. I'm showing you on the screen here. Whoops, I don't really want to download it to my thing. I Google searched. Let me pull up Google so you can see it because I'm typing off the screen here. You want to download the Canvas app, and it's available the App Store, Chrome, Google Play, whatever your smart device is. They have an app for that. You want to download Canvas, okay? C-A-N-V-A-S. You can see it here. Canvas is the actual name of the program that we call Eagle at Rock Valley. You may have heard of Blackboard. That's what a lot of schools use. That's the program. We call it an LMS, a learning management system. We don't use Blackboard. We use Canvas, but we renamed it Eagle. It's very confusing. So I want you to get Canvas. I want you to log in and sign up for the class. You'll log in one time. It'll ask you to find Rock Valley, ask you to find the school, type in your login, all that stuff, and you'll be good. One time. The reason I want you to do this is because when I send announcements, post grades, send you a message, you'll get a notification, assuming you have notifications turned on. I recommend you turn the notifications on. Okay, so download that app, pause this. I'm going to give you a minute. I'm even going to pause so you can go do it. Okay, so hopefully you got the app. We're ready to get back into the class. Let me show you the front page here, what's going on, and in case you're not familiar with Eagle. So over here on the left-hand side, you can click on courses, and it'll show you what courses you're enrolled in. Calendar will show the due dates and things. What the cool thing is, it's color-coded, meaning if you have other classes that you're taking, each class will have a different color. So for Chem 105, that's the only one I'm showing right now, these are the due dates for the 105, all the things that are due. And in fact, the college drops in some things too here. So for instance, Tuesday night is the last day you can withdraw from this class and get a full refund, as an example. So the calendar's pretty cool. Again, if you have the app, you can see that. You'll get notifications and reminders. The inbox here is your email inbox. When I send you a message, or if another teacher, if you're in another class, sends you a message, you'll see all that there. Okay, so back to our class. The last 3 announcements I've posted are right here at the top. Until you open and read them, a little blue dot appears. Over here on the right is your to-do list. So until you complete these things, they'll stay up here as your to-do list, okay? Guys, this is your sandbox, your toy box. Get in here, click open anything you have access to, it's yours to look at, okay? So I won't go through each and everything with you. I know that holding your attention, anyone's attention, even my own, can be challenging sometimes. But when you click on my name, for instance, here's my contact information, my office hours, all that. Whoops, I gotta fix that. This semester. Now, I say I have to fix this. You may see me listed as Hanson Places. I was just recently married and just changed my name. My new last name is Brown. So don't get confused if you see Hanson some places and Brown. I'm still trying to make all the corrections. So I'll make a note of that and I'll fix that later. Okay, back to the home page here. Course syllabus that we're going to go through in just a minute is right here. If you click on it, it will download, or if you just want to look at it, you can click on the little magnifying glass on the piece of paper. I don't prefer that method only because look how it opens. It's this little tiny box. It's really hard to read and I hate it. So I don't want to do that. And then lab kit. So as you know, you're in an online class, science class with a lab. So you're going to be doing labs at home. You're getting lab credit. This is your physical science course with a lab. You have to have a lab kit. I know it's expensive. I apologize in advance. We've tried the less expensive ones, which aren't all that lower in price. They're horrible. So my apologies on the expense. But you've got to have it. In fact, you need to have it right away. So the lab kit instructions, that's a separate video that I made, but you can click here for the instructions on the lab kit and what you need to do. I just can't emphasize, you have to have the kit. So I sent this letter via email to your personal emails this week, which I'm the week before class, and what to do. Talked about that Canvas app, all that good stuff. And then the instructions, okay? You can buy it online and save yourself a considerable amount of money because you're cutting out the bookstore's profit. Don't tell them I said that. But it's around $258. Again, give or take a little bit. I don't think they've changed the price recently. You order it, it takes a while. So it can take 5 to 7 days before you get it. So you need to be on it right away because by the end of the second week, you have to have the kit in your hands, okay? So don't wait until the beginning of the second week. Late labs are late penalty points. You can, however, walk right into the bookstore and walk out with a kit. So if you wait, you're going to have to pay the higher price and go to the bookstore. Here are all the instructions on how to order the kit. And while you're waiting, right here, you can go ahead and jump in. And again, there's another video that shows all of this. But again, go to the bookstore if you want to walk out with a kit. It's about $330 in that ballpark at the bookstore, okay? All right, so you guys can watch the video. I'll show you where that's at in a second. Some other things just on our home page. I'm going to go here in just a minute. Students start here. Tech support. This is an online class. You more than likely are going to have to reach out to one of these people throughout the semester. So here's the information. For the lab kit, here's their phone number and their email. For the online homework and exams and your ebook through McGraw-Hill, here's their form to complete or phone number. And then here's our own Eagle support. And then finally, you have me. If one of the tech questions you have refers to one of these items, I'm just going to have to send you right back to them. I cannot troubleshoot much. I just don't have that kind of access. So if it's a basic question, I can, how do you do this or where do you go? But if you're having issues with your account or something, you'll have to talk to them. Okay, so that stays there. And again, this is going to look like this all semester. I won't move things around on you. I created this great RVC student resources page with all of the wonderful departments and areas at RVC for your help. So they're all there. And then I will be posting, if you are close to campus and you need help, we have a science resource room in the JCSM building. Whoops, it should say spring. We'll have hours once we have student workers in place and their schedules are set. Once I know this, I'll post that. There are tutors in there. You can come work. There's computers. If you don't have your own computer access, you can come to campus. That's on the first floor of the JCSM building. So that's a great place, right inside the front door. And then I also, my classroom is promoting an inclusive community classroom. So you can read about that if you're not sure. Okay. So let's jump into the syllabus and then I'll kind of come back and show you some of this stuff as well. So here's our syllabus. Again, course homepage right there is the syllabus. Let's go through some of the things. Obviously, you guys, these all look alike if you have other classes at RVC. The only thing I want to talk to you about in terms of the course description is that this course is for AA, Associate of Arts students, not those working towards an AS degree. Students that are working towards the Associate of Science degree need 2 physical sciences with the same prefix, with the same letters, like to chemistry, to physics, and this course will not be counted in the pair. So you should be taking this class if you're working on an AA degree. This is a gen ed requirement, not part of the pairing. We recommend recent high school chemistry. I'll be honest, you can be very successful in this class without taking that. So it's a recommendation, not a requirement. Prereqs, basic math class, reading class. So if you're in this class, you should have met those requirements or not have been put in the class. Office hours. I'm in my office on campus Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday from 5 to 6 p.m. And then Tuesday mornings, I have online office hours. So if you want to video chat with me or just text, you're welcome to. I also have my cell phone number here that if you have an urgent emergency, not, hey, my work's going to be late type of thing, but you can text me, you know, kind of normal hours. If you message me at 10 o'clock at night or midnight or whatever, you're not going to get a response most likely. So, okay, this is an online class that you've enrolled in. You guys can read through the different course objectives. Let's talk about the readings and supplies. So, this class is part of the first day program. So with your tuition, you also paid course fees. And the course fees actually cover your e-book and access to where you're going to do the exams, where you're going to do the chapter Learn Smarts that I'll talk about in just a minute. So the only thing extra that you have to purchase for this class, the lab kit that we just talked about. You will need a scientific calculator. I'll be honest, you can use your smartphone if you want, that's fine. This class is completely open book, open note, open resource, because you're at home doing this. You will need a digital camera. Most students, again, grab their smartphone, take pictures that way. So you don't have to have a camera necessarily separate. You can just use your smart device. That's perfectly fine. And then there are additional materials that are needed for the lab. Things like you need pie pans or pencils or coins or something like that. There's a whole list of that was in that lab kit document at the end. So take a look through that. Most of the things you're already going to have at your house, but there are things that are not part of the lab kit. And yeah, I know the kit's ridiculously expensive. You'd think it would come with everything, right? I will talk about the pie pans because I don't remember if I have that in the video. At Gordon Food Services, I don't know, GFS. In Rockford, it's on Perryville, across the street from Lowe's and Chick-fil-A. It's like a little grocery store, but they sell things in bulk. You can get a bunch of those aluminum foil pie pans for like $1 for a stack of them. And you're going to need several because things will drip and spill and all that. So I'd go to Gordon Foods, spend a couple bucks at most, and get a handful of those pie pans. Okay. Here's our graded things. Things that are going to be graded towards your final grade, our grading scale. So I'll talk about the online readiness quiz in just a little bit, show you where that's at. Exams. You're going to take 4 chapter exams, meaning every few chapters there'll be an exam. Again, it's online, open book, open note. But there's a little asterisk here. The asterisk is because I drop your lowest 1 score. Anytime there's an asterisk there, I drop 1 of your scores, whatever your lowest is. So while we take 4 exams, if you look over here in the middle column, your top 3 scores count. So if you miss an exam for whatever reason, or if you take all 4, whatever your lowest score is, it is dropped, okay? The final exam can't be dropped. It's online. It's open book, open note too, not to panic, but it can't be dropped. We have 13 labs. I count your top 12 scores. So again, miss 1, that's fine. Maybe one looks too hard. You don't want to do it. I can tell you which one that'll be. That's fine. You do them all. I still am only going to count your top 12 scores. The Learn Smarts. This is kind of what I consider homework. It's 1 per chapter. As you read through the chapter, you will go through and answer some questions. So it's kind of a learning activity while you read about what we're doing. Those are usually pretty easy. So there's 12 chapters we cover. I count your top 11 scores. Movies. I have you watch 10 different, most of them are documentaries. A couple are featured films. You'll hopefully find them interesting. Some students don't, but some of them. Some are really interesting. Anyways, there's 10 of them that are assigned. I count your top 9. Then there's a syllabus and introductory video. This is the video. Quiz. It can't be dropped. It's worth 10 points. I'm going to show you that in just a second. And then discussion. We just do one discussion in the class. I know students hate discussions. And just this first week to introduce yourself, and that's worth 5 points. As far as rounding goes, inevitably I have a couple of students who are really close to the next highest score. Everybody wants me to round. Well, here's the deal. Here's your opportunity. If you are within 0.5% of the next highest grade, so as you can see here, for example, if you have an 89.5 and you don't have any zeros in the grade books, you have to do all the work in the class. All the points that have been offered to you and then some, I will automatically round up. If you have an 89.49, that's not 89.5, okay? I'll come back to this at the end of the semester. For now, don't worry about it. Okay, so what can you expect from me? I am here to help you succeed. I want each and every one of you to be successful in the class. Is the class hard? It's not too bad. Most of it, again, open book, open notes, so it's not hard. Where I find students struggle is that they're not ready for an online class. And they don't know what it takes, how you have to be self-disciplined, and you have to keep on top of the material. You don't see me every week in a classroom, so it's a lot of independent work. And that's the only time I find students aren't successful. I find at the end of the semester, the students who have kept up and done their work, no problem getting an A in the class. And then I have lots of Fs because students didn't keep up. So keep up, set reminders, get a calendar, put it on your phone, whatever you need to do. What I recommend is that you dedicate or you try to work every single day a little bit on this course. That helps you so you're not overwhelmed at the last minute trying to get all the work in and done, and spreads it out too. Spend a half hour every day if you can. I like to work in the mornings. I get up, have my coffee, have my breakfast, sit at my desk, and do my online work. Then I'm done for the day. I don't have it hanging over my head. And then I don't have backlog of, grading, for me, things like that. So try to do a little bit every single day. I'm here. I'm typically online every single day. I have the app on my phone. So if you email me, I get a notification. Hey, Joe Smith just emailed you in Chem 105. I'm usually quick to respond, okay? If you have not heard from me and you sent an email, text me and say, hey, I sent you an email, haven't had a response. If it's been a few hours, that's why. Don't panic. But if it's been 24 hours, let's say, and you haven't had a reply from me, it may not have gone through. And once in a while, Eagle has issues. You can email me directly too, that's fine. But if you haven't heard from me, go ahead and ping me on cell phone and say, hey, check it out. I need a question. Grading. I try to keep really, really up to date on my grading. Sometimes I'll grade as you submit the work, and sometimes I wait till the end of the academic week to grade. So speaking of academic week, what is that? Well, I set our academic weeks. They start on Monday, they end on Sunday. So our first week together starts officially Monday, January 13th, and your week 1 work is going to be due Sunday, January, 19th, just before midnight at 11:59 p.m. All right, so those are our academic weeks. What are you responsible for? All the information in the syllabus, in this video, any announcement I post, any communication I send out. Again, you need to be reading it and paying attention to it. Okay, so the syllabus and intro video quiz. I'll show you where that's at in just a second. You have this full week 1, to do it. No exceptions, it's not accepted late. However, this semester I've set class up a little differently, and that is you have to take this quiz and score 100% before the rest of the class opens to you, okay? You can take it as many times as you want. Hopefully you get a perfect score the very first time. So it covers, again, our course policies, what I think are the most important things that students often forget about from this syllabus, from this video, okay? I'll show you where that's at in just a minute. Don't panic. Chapter readings, again, you're expected to read the chapters. You use your ebook for that. You work through those Learn Smart modules. So as you read, you answer the questions. Get through the chapter, you get your 10 points. The discussion, just in week 1, we're going to introduce ourselves to each other. It's open now. When you're watching this video, the discussion is open. Jump in. You need to introduce yourself. You can read all about the requirements and everything there. That's the only discussion that's required. You will see I have a student question discussion board with each module, which is each week. That's just totally optional. If you have a question that pertains to the class that you think others might also wonder about, post it there. But please don't post anything about your grade, anything private, just take to me via email. Again, exams I talked about, every couple of chapters there'll be an exam. There's 4 of them. I count your high as 3, so 1 gets dropped. You do only get 1 attempt at the exam. It is timed at 2 hours. I will tell you, I've never had a student that has had any issues completing these exams in that time. No late exams are accepted. And then our final exam, which will be in the middle of May, a long time from now, and much warmer temperatures than now. It's comprehensive over all 12 chapters. You do it in Eagle. Again, I'll come back around to this part at the end of the semester. I just talked about those Learn Smarts. Again, you're going to go in and use the Smart Book option. So open up the Smart Book and read and answer the questions. You access this through Eagle. There is not a separate link. You just go right through Eagle, and I'll show you that in a second. I talked about the movies. So I have movies to try and, entertain you a little more, I guess. It's better than just reading things. I assign 10. I count your highest 9. What do the movie summaries have to cover? Okay, first I'll tell you, I'm not a comp instructor, but I expect basic grammar and spelling. Okay, use your spell check, proofread what you send me, and that's good. I don't care about cover pages. I don't care about APA or references or none of that. Just proper grammar, spelling, and then the paper itself needs to be at least 1 full page typed, double-spaced, 12-point Times New Roman font. Summarize the movie in the first half. The second half, tell me how it applies to our class. Why did I pick this movie? What does it apply to? And again, not a right or wrong, but that's what, in terms of, what your answer is, but that's what the thing has to be about. Now, the body of the essay has to be 1 page. If you're a couple sentences short, you're going to get docked. Again, I don't care about a title page with I know it's from you. You're submitting it in on Eagle, okay? Just type your text and call it good. That's it. These get submitted in Eagle Dropbox, which I will show you. And I do accept late movie summaries, but it's 1 point per day. So if they're due Sunday, if you submit it Monday, you're already down to 4 points out of 5 because they're only worth 5 points. So do those on time. I already talked about tech support. Here's the contact information again. Late work policy, what is and what is not accepted each week. Attendance, again, it's online. You work at your own pace for the most part, but we have weekly units. You've got to stay on top of things. Now, labs, you are getting lab credit for this course. You are expected to be in lab just like you would if it was a face-to-face lab. And this is the same policy that our face-to-face labs in the chemistry department have. If you fail to complete 3 or more labs for credit, meaning if you have 3 zeros in the gradebook in total at the end of the semester or more, your final course grade will be affected. So you have to do the labs. If they're late, as long as they're still worth some credit and you get some points, it's fine, okay? But zeros, I'm looking for zeros in the grade book. That includes also your 1 drop score. So miss 1, it gets dropped, no big deal. Miss 2, well, 1 of those gets dropped, but 1 of them, you're not going to get your 15 points. Yeah, you could probably make it up with some extra credit. But miss a 3rd or have a 3rd 0, now your final letter grade, even if it's an A, your final letter grade that's turned into the college will be a B. Everything's lowered by 1. If you miss 4 labs, or if you have 4 zeros in the grade book, your final letter grade will be lowered by 2. And if you miss 5 or more labs, you fail the course. So you have to be doing the labs. Okay, there's a little learning curve to just, doing labs on your own, watching the videos, using that online portal for our labs. But I promise the first couple, which are really just introductory ones, they'll get you going. If you have questions you need to ask, don't wait until the last minute. Sunday night, I'm not sitting by my phone or my computer waiting to answer questions. Okay, so don't wait till the last minute to do your labs, especially in the beginning when you might have some questions. Okay, so I just talked about the labs. I've already talked about the kit, grade disputes. I am human. If you think I made a mistake, sometimes there's a typo. I put, hey, you did an awesome job on the lab, and I gave you 1 point. Say, hey, what in the world? There's no, where's the feedback? Where's the stuff I got wrong to only earn 1 point? So if you have a question, let me know, okay? All right, this is the page. You should print out, put near your desk, save this to your phone, whatever you need to do. This is our detailed schedule for the next 16 weeks. So we start Monday, January 13th, and that week we're covering chapter 1. You have several things to do. The syllabus quiz, the introductory, there's a little introductory discussion forum. There's actually some more things in here. You have that online readiness quiz. All the things that I'll show you are in the module in Eagle under week 1. You have to do your chapter 1 Learn Smart, where you read the chapter and answer questions as you go. And then our first lab, Getting Started, which you can do while you're waiting for your lab kit. And then week 2, you can kind of see where we go. Here's our first exam. So it's going to cover chapters 1 and 2. And then you have a lab that's in week 3. All right, you can see where it goes from here. I'm not going to read you guys all that. There's our spring break week. So you have nothing to do that week. So on and so forth, all the way through to our very last week. It's a pretty light week. You just have 1 exam over a couple of chapters. Our final exam, it's online. In fact, it's open now. And in fact, I didn't say this, but guys, this is the way the class is set up. The first 8 weeks are open through spring break. They're open now. So if you want to work ahead, you are more than welcome to. Otherwise, this work is due January 19th. Week 2 work is due January 26th. Week 3 work is due February 2nd. You see where I'm going with that. So you can work ahead if you want, but you have to at least keep up with the due dates. And then spring break, or in fact, I think I said it a little early. I think March 1st, the rest of the class opens. Again, if you want to work ahead, you're more than welcome to. All right, your last day, this is just an RVC, last day to withdraw from any of your classes and have a W on your transcript is Thursday, April 9th at 5 p.m. Here's all the standard policies, things like that. I will ask if anyone has a disability that they need special accommodations for, you need to reach out to me right away. There really isn't much that we do for this class because it's online, it's at your own pace. So, but if you have any questions, please reach out to me right away so we can discuss those. Academic alert, I do and will submit to the college any concerns I have. So just, if you disappear, if I have concerns about you and your participation or your grade, I will submit something to the college. They'll reach out to you, offer assistance. So if you see something because of that, don't panic. It doesn't go on your transcripts. Electronic devices, well, guess what? It's an online class, so that doesn't really apply to us. Withdrawal policy, if you have disappeared, I'm going to withdraw you from the class, okay? And that's it, okay? Disclaimer, certain circumstances may require changes to the syllabus. I would let you know through Eagle. I've never had to change or do anything with my online class. We don't have snow days, for instance, so that's not usually an issue, but just in case, I put that disclaimer in there. Okay, so let's go back to our class. That was the syllabus. I've shown you all the things on the front page. When you're ready, you go to Students Start Here, and it will take you to our first module. Okay, so this is the first module. These are things you need to look at and review before you start the class. I talked about that online readiness quiz. This is the first time I'm doing this, and I'm doing it mainly because, again, I find some of you are new to online learning, and it's a different beast. If you've never taken an online class before, there's some things you really need to be aware of. And so I'm going to try this semester, see if it helps anyone. So here's what you do. You click on this link, and anytime in Eagle, I'm going to take you to an external site. I hate this, but you have to do it. You click on it and you look, well, where is it, right? Well, you click on the title again, and then it will take you to what it is I want. So here's the Online Learning Readiness Questionnaire. This was from, I think it's Penn State University. These are just really good questions for you to answer and be totally honest, okay? You're getting the credit for doing this, not for what your answers are. Be really honest. It's for your benefit. Answer all these questions, okay? There's 30, and then click when you're done, Am I ready? And it will generate your results. Now, when you get your results, You need to take a screenshot of those because you're going to submit or upload those in the class. And once they're uploaded, I will give you your 10 points. Now, are you familiar with doing screenshots? Okay, so let's see. Let me just go through and click a couple of these and see. I'm just going to go down the middle for all these. See what it tells me. Please don't just do this. Read these questions. This is to your benefit. All right, I'll pick something else. Let's switch it around here a little bit. All right, now I'm on a Mac, so my screenshots may be done a little different than yours, but I'm going to show you the best way for both. Okay, so I answered it. Now I click, am I ready? Now, screenshot for me on the Mac, I hit Command, Shift, and the number 3. And you guys probably can't see this. Can you see it now? In the bottom corner of my screen is a picture of what I just did. Let me bring my screen back up here. The other option is Command, Shift, and the number 4, and I can click and drag, and it just took a picture and saved it to my desktop of these results, okay? So you need to take a screenshot. Now, let's say you have not a Mac, but a PC. My best advice, guys, because you probably won't remember what I say either way, Google how to take a screenshot. You can do a PC or a Mac, and it will tell you here, hit the print screen button on your keyboard. It takes a screenshot of the entire screen. And again, just read through here, Google search, Google's your best friend, how to take a screenshot PC or how to take a screenshot Mac, and it'll tell you how to take a screenshot, and then it saves it to your computer, okay? Then when you're done, you come back over here and you click this drop box, the online readiness results. You click here, okay? Read through this. Again, these are the 4 characteristics that are recorded as common for students to be successful as online students. And then when you're ready, again, there's the quiz again. If you need it, click Submit Assignment. You're going to do this for your labs, anytime, your movies, anytime there's a Dropbox in Eagle, this is how you submit work. So I clicked, again, let me show you one more time. Let me come back to modules, the results, something to submit. Click Submit Assignment. Here's your due date. It's worth 10 points. I'm going to, right here, you can make comments if you need to. You don't have to. You're going to click Browse, and you're going to find the file, okay? So it saved a screenshot, which is just fine. I can open those. You don't have to say anything else, and you click Submit Assignment. Okay, let's see. I don't know if it's going to let me do it. No, I did. Look, and over here on the right, it check mark, I submitted it. So that'll come off my to-do list as well. All right, so you need to do that. You have to submit here, and you have to do the quiz, the syllabus quiz, and you can see right here you have to score at least 10 out of 10 before the rest of the class will open, okay? So you have to go through all of these links. You have to get 100% on the syllabus or intro video quiz. You can take it over and over if you need to. This next module will not open for you, which is our week 1 module. It won't open until you have done both. Submitted your online readiness results and scored a 10 out of 10 on the syllabus intro video quiz. Okay, so you guys can read through all this. These are, again, there's a letter from me. Here's the letter. This is just like about me in general. This one is intro letter and lab kit. That's what I sent to your personal email addresses last week. If you're a late enrollee in the class, that's fine. It's right here. How to access that smart book to do your chapter Learn Smarts and your exams. You can watch this short little video. There's some more about it. Student survey, that's just optional, some information that you could share with me about you. All right, and then once you do that, this will open week 1. And every week you'll see there's a start here, and it talks about a lot of stuff you probably don't care about, but the objectives and things for the chapter. We're covering chapter 1, so you can read through all this. And then down here, what do you have to do? What are you going to read and view? Chapter 1, lab 1. There's no movie this week. And then you're going to do these particular things, okay? In fact, I need to add the online readiness to that as well since it's new, okay? And then I'm in modules. Here's the introductory discussion board where you're going to open that. You can read about the requirements, some things to talk about. 50 words, guys, it's not much. However, just answering these questions with 1 or 2 words, that's not going to get you to 50. These things, these prompts here, they don't count towards your 50. So you don't have to use these things. Just tell us about yourself. Where are you from? Where do you live? What are you hoping to study? Where'd you go to high school? What interests you? Whatever you want. Just introduce yourself, okay? You get 3 points for posting about yourself, and then you need to reply to 2 other classmates. Or me, either one, whatever you want. And let's see what else. There's a short video, it's only a couple minutes long, about the chapter. And then when you're ready, you go click here to go into your Learn Smart. You can also go up here, okay? McGraw-Hill Connect, that's where you do the Learn Smarts, where you do your exams. So you're gonna be in here quite a bit, okay? I don't think it'll let me because it knows I'm not a student. Oh, we'll see what it's gonna do. Okay, so the first thing it's gonna have you, go in and do all that. I'm really the teacher, obviously, so it won't work perfectly for me. I have a video up here, though, you can watch about how to access it. So try that soon. Try that as soon as you can. Make sure everything's linked. You should be in for free and not be asked to pay because you're part of the first day program. All right, and then when you're ready, let me talk about the labs really quick. This link just goes to the sign in and all that for the portal. But once you do the lab, at the end of it, as I show on my lab video, at the end of it, you're going to have a PDF file that's given to you that you save on your computer, and you come over here to the Dropbox. Now, every Dropbox is set up for that particular lab. So every time you do a lab, you're going to upload 2 files. If the 2 files are not there, I'm going to kick it back to you. If it's late, you're going to get late points too. So make sure you're doing this right. 2 files, no more, no less, 2, every single lab. First should be the PDF from the lab that the hands-on learning kit gives you. The second is a picture. Every lab has different picture requirements. So in this first week, the lab from getting started, and then a picture of you holding a sign with your name, the date, the lab. You can just put lab 1 or you can put getting started or whatever. And then you with either your box showing your sticker code. Every lab, you have to enter that code in the hands-on learning kit to then have access to the rest of the labs. The first 2 will open for free for anybody, but to do the rest, the other 11 labs, they will not open until you put your lab kit code, which is unique for you, in your account. Then they'll open. Now, if you have a kit on order and it's not in yet this first week, that's okay. You can show me a picture, and I need to fix this, I'm sorry. You can show me a picture of your order form. So you can hold your sign and you can hold your lab kit order form. Maybe you ordered it online. Well, you would have ordered it online. Print that off. Okay, hold that, showing me that you've ordered it at least. At the end of week 2, you need your lab kit in your hands. So I'm trying to kind of push that along. Again, if these things are missing, any of them, you don't get credit, it comes back to you. You can fix. If something's missing, I'll kick it back to you, but late penalty points will apply. Now, I try to grade when things come in, but if I don't grade until the end of the academic week, it's going to be late. Even if it's 1 day late, it's going to be late. So again, you'll get notification when I grade. I recommend you always look right away at your grades. In case there's something you need to fix, you want to know right away you have to fix it. I get a lot of students that say, oh, I didn't even look at that until 4 days, and now I'm 4 times 2, 8 points off because I was late. So you have to do it right the first time. And you can read about that. Okay, so what else do we have here? And that's true for every lab. I'll have the detailed instructions. It's on the lab instructions, that PDF file that was up here. What is required, what picture requirement is for every lab. It's also in the Dropbox. So read this in advance because sometimes it's in the middle of the lab, you have to stop and take a picture. And if your picture isn't what it's supposed to be, or if it's not clear, or if it's missing, it all gets sent back to you. So always know in advance what you have to take a picture of. All right. And then the rest of week 1, here's that discussion board. It's optional if you want to post a question about the class. The material is something that other students might benefit from. Just remember, everybody sees this, questions. And then some students like PowerPoint. I think they keep them for when they take the exams. That's fine, no problem. So I just throw these up here if you want them, okay? And then everything is open, again, for the next, 8 weeks. So if you want to work ahead, you're welcome to. And then you can see this is where it locks. Okay, that's after spring break. That will open March 1st, so the beginning of March. All right. You guys, otherwise, course materials, again, this is where you opt in, opt out of the basically free content. Don't opt out. It will cost you a lot more money. McGraw-Hill Connect is where you go to access our ebook, do your Learn Smarts, take the exams. Discussions, that's where those student questions can be posted as well. So it's in several places. It's the same link to the same board. Here's your introduction, introduce yourself. Pages, several things I linked to are just wiki pages that I made. So the home page is one of them. You can view all pages. I have lots of different things. All the different weeks have pages. I don't know why some of them are duplicated. Anyways, so lots of things here that I've already showed you. Your grades, your grade book, everybody's favorite thing, right? Right here. People, if you want to connect with your classmates or send me a message, you can go there, click on our names, send a message. And then finally, those movie summaries you have to write in, for instance, Word or in Pages. If you have a Mac, that's fine. But if you don't have it and you go, hey, I don't have Word, Microsoft Word. You do, actually. All RVC students, even if this is the only class you're taking, have access to Microsoft Office 365, which I don't know if it's going to let me because I'm in student mode, but we'll give it a try. You have access to Excel, to Word, to I don't even know what else. And you use your RVC login to, yeah, it's not going to let me because I'm in student mode. But you have access to Office 365. That's where Microsoft Word is, if you don't have it anyplace else, where you can type up your movie summary. So there's no reason not to have word processing. If you have any issues with Office 365 and getting into it, again, using your Rock Valley College login, same as you use for Eagle, contact the RVC Eagle support folks and they'll help you with that. But any class, you can use that for anything, okay? Guys, I think that is about it. I know, again, a couple of changes and things I need to fix on this. Otherwise, you are good to go. Have a great semester. I will do little announcements, very short, not like this, 45 minutes long. I'll do anywhere from 3 to 5 minute introductory announcements every week. I'll post it in the announcements. You'll get a notification as long as you have them on. But you need to watch those videos. I do sneak in some extra credit in those every few weeks. And if you're not watching the video, you miss out on the extra credit. So watch those videos. I give you tips and hints for the week, and I try to keep it short and sweet. So with that, I'm really excited. I hope you guys are too, and I will talk to you again in a week. Bye.